There we are, perfect. Right, so we are live and we are recording. Let me just change some settings because we are a bit frame rated right now in London. As soon as we leave London though, it should be absolutely fine. So if I go into the main menu, do I have to come out? No, I have to go up here, don't I? Forgot where the settings were. Let's turn the texture quality down a little bit. And turn the reflection detail down a bit as well. And we'll only go for 2 times anti-aliasing. How's that? That's a bit better. We'll leave it like that just until we get out of London. Let's go through... Oh, actually, no, that anti-aliasing looks crap. So let's pump that up and let's bring the world objects down to high. Okay, come on, scenery files. Oh, as the game crashed. Jeez, Twitch is not happy when it's loading. Oh, no, I think we're back. Yeah, for some reason OBS really doesn't like when this game is loading its scenery. Don't quite know why. Right, there we go. Okay, so the anti-aliasing looks alright now. So, let's go through our checklist. Right, starting engine. Throttle open 1/4 of an inch, like so. We then need mixture rich. Carb heat, which I don't think we actually have on this aircraft. Or if we do, it's not functional as far as I can see. We then need prime as required, not needed. Auxiliary fuel pump is on. I believe we should have the master on before that. No. Okay, so auxiliary fuel pump on. Propeller area is clear. No one is around. Good. Apart from those cars on the active road, apparently, right in the middle of an airport, but we'll ignore that. We now need the master switch on for both. We then want our beacon on, and then engine start. Okay, engine is started. We then need to level out around 1000 RPM. This gauge down here, if anyone cannot find it. There we go, 1000 RPM, done. Oil pressure looks fine, is in the green, good. Auxiliary fuel pump off. Avionics master switch on and radios on. Transponder standby. Flaps up, checked. Ammeter checked, that's fine. We are below, but yeah, we're not going to be above until we throttle up. That's fine. Altimeter set. Autopilot engage. Autopilot engaged. Move controls against autopilot, so we can see that it's adjusting the trim. So we know that that's working, and then we should be able to do our controls check. We can see that moving. If we jump outside the aircraft, which obviously I know you wouldn't be able to do in real life, you can see all of our controls are working normally. Good. So that's controls check complete. Autopilot disconnect. Now it should make a sound when it disconnects, but for whatever reason in this aircraft it doesn't. That is our starting engine checklist complete. I'm not sure where we're going to fly, but now that we've got the engine running, I can have a look at the map and see what we're going to do. So here we are at the moment. Let's make that a bit bigger. So we're down at Echo Golf Lima Charlie, which is London City Airport. Now, I was thinking about taking a flight up to Norwich International, which I believe is this here. Yeah. Oh, is it? No, it's going to be this one. Yeah, so, or is that it? Nope, that's RAF Marham. So yeah, this is going to be Norwich International. It must be. I was thinking about taking a flight up to there. I think that might be quite interesting. So what we're going to do is take off from Echo Golf Lima Charlie, head up to the VOR, which is Bravo Papa Kilo. We will then head up. Where's going to be best? We'll fly up to Bravo Kilo Yankee. Then from there we'll probably go... We might end up going direct after that. In all truth. I would like to stay on VORs all the way. But I've got no idea how to actually navigate through the airways. I've never done it. I've got no idea. I mean, in theory, I could just go direct all the way there anyway. No, let's not go direct. Let's go Bravo Papa Kilo. We'll then go to Bravo Kilo Yankee, and then we will go direct up to Norwich Airport that way. Let's get that programmed in to the flight computer. So we want our flight plan. I already had one in here from an ILS approach. Let's clear that menu, delete flight plan. Job done. So it was Bravo Papa Kilo even. Papa. Kilo, there we go. The VOR in the UK, yes. And then after there it was Bravo Kilo Yankee. Like so, which is Barkway. Accept. And then we are going to do, if they've got an ILS, we'll do an ILS approach. Yeah, they do. So that is India November Hotel. Rolling the wrong way. India November Hotel. I've got no idea how long this is going to take. It's what, 92 miles. Should be fine. I'm sure we've got plenty of fuel for it. But yeah, that's going to be the route that we'll take. So we'll leave it on that screen for now until we get airborne. Right, we now need to taxi. I guess I could file a flight plan and get permission to taxi. Yeah, let's do that, and then I'll just cancel the IFR as soon as we get in the air, as soon as we get airborne. Let's actually bring the volume of the game up a little bit. There we go. If anyone's in the chat, let me know if it's too loud. Right, let's file our flight plan. So we're going to Echo Golf Lima Charlie, and we're going to... nope. Need to bring up the map, please. What is your... Echo Golf Sierra Hotel. And we want an altitude of 3,000 feet, if that's possible. I only want this so that I can get clearance for taxiing and takeoff.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Cleared IFR to Echo Golf Sierra Hotel as filed. Maintain 3,000. Squawk 4701.
Okay, so we are cleared. We want 4701. Let's read that back.
Cleared IFR to Echo Golf Sierra Hotel as filed. Maintain 3,000. Squawk 4701. November 172 Sierra Papa.
Awesome. I normally do forget my readbacks, which really isn't good, but I'll try and remember it. Let's request our taxi, seeing as we are ready to go.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Runway 27. Taxi via Niner. Hold short of runway 27.
Alright, let's get our little map. So we are taxiing via 09 to go to 27. We should see a yellow line. I can faintly see it here. So let's release our parking brake and begin our turn to the runway. We're going to have to taxi down the runway by the looks. Where is my guidance line? Oh, whoops. And like I said, I always forget to read back transmissions.
Runway 27. Taxi via Niner. Hold short of 27 November.
Alright, so I'm going to follow this line here to get onto runway 9. I'm guessing the game wants me to go a different direction, because I can't see the big yellow line that's normally on the ground. No idea. Well, there's runway 09, and it wants me to use that to get to runway 27, which is over the other side. So, let's jump back in. And then we will taxi down runway 09.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Contact tower on 118.07.
Okay.
Contact tower on 118.07 November 172 Sierra Papa.
Is it detecting us as being on the runway?
Tower November 172 Sierra Papa.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Cross runway 27. Hold short of runway 27.
I think it's got our location a bit screwed up.
November 172 Sierra.
Oh, yes.
Runway 27. Hold short of runway 27.
Cross 27. Hold short of 27 November 172 Sierra Papa.
Yeah, I need to get to the other side of this little parking area.
72 Sierra Papa. Cross runway 27. Hold short of runway 27.
Yes, I understand.
Cross 27. Hold short of 27 November 172 Sierra Papa.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Cross runway 27. Hold short of runway 27.
Hey, yeah, I am hosting an ARC server.
72 Sierra.
Don't know why I can't see your chat on my screen.
Hold short of runway 27.
But yes, I am. Oh, there we go. I believe you're hosting an ARC server Mystic Academy. I am, yes, that is correct.
Runway 27. Hold short of runway 27. November 172 Sierra Papa. Cross runway 27. Hold short of runway 27.
Trying to get to runway 27.
Cross 27. Hold short of 27 November 172 Sierra Papa.
Game hates me right now.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Cross runway 27. Hold short of runway 27.
Alright, let's get off the runway here.
November 172 Sierra Papa. Cross runway 27. Hold short of runway 27. November 172 Sierra Papa. Runway 27. Hold short of runway 27.
Right.
Runway 27. Hold short of 27 November 172 Sierra Papa.
Okay, I'm now holding short. You play on it last night. I was grinding for bionic stuff. Logged in today, and Tecto was gone. Lost 5k polymer. You have to speak to the mod author, unfortunately. Nothing I can do. He must have updated the mod and removed it, or screwed something up. Sorry. I'm not a modder. I've never modded Ark. I just run the server. Oh, I'm holding short of runway 27. What would you like me to do? Is there any aircraft that look like they're taking off or landing? Nope. I can't see a yellow guidance line. Okay, let's try and push up a little bit. See if we can trigger the air traffic control. If not, if this doesn't work, then I will just I'll blow through it.
72 Sierra, Papa, runway 27, hold short of runway 27.
I was doing that. You weren't.
Runway 27, hold short of 27, November 172 Sierra, Papa.
November 172
There we go.
Sierra, Papa, fly heading 270, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Right, so we're clear for takeoff.
Heading 270, runway 27, cleared for takeoff, November 172 Sierra, Papa.
Very happy about that. Let's roll this across. And apply our brakes and get ourselves ready for our takeoff. And I said apply brakes, there we go. Right, so before takeoff, parking brakes set, check. Cabin doors closed and locked. Seatbelts adjusted and locked. Flight controls free and correct. Yeah, all are working. We then want instruments fine. Fuel quantity check. Fuel shut-off valve is on. Mixture rich. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Job done. The pros, thank you for following, my friend. Throttle 1800 RPM. There we go, throttle set at 1800, magnetos, let's check them one at a time. So we're looking over here to see for a drop in RPM. Like that, obvious drop, awesome, put it back to both and it should recover, which it does. Let's drop back down to one magneto, we get a drop and a recovery, awesome. Mixture sorted, carb heat, don't have it on here. Throttle back down to 1000 RPM. Okay, throttle friction fine, strobe lights on. Radio and avionics are set. Autopilot off, flaps set for takeoff 10 degrees. We are ready for takeoff. So we got our takeoff clearance. I'm going to cancel the IFR because I don't want to be part of the air traffic control anymore. I'm just going to fly this how I want to fly it. Before we take off, I need to set my VLOC for Bravo Papa Kilo. Yeah, that's it. Tune nav 1. So that should be 117.5, which it is. Awesome. Right, let's get ourselves taken off. Parking brake off, throttle 100%. And we're going to rotate when we get to 55. And rotate. I might place a mark later, potentially. Depends how long this flight takes. Right, we are good. Climbing speed. Let's get our flaps up. And then we want to get ourselves set for Bravo Papa Kilo. So we're following this CDI unit here. Let's get my autopilot on. And I want the autopilot to have my vertical speed at, let's go for 800 feet per minute. And then we'll set it for nav. Yeah, I realised I was flying without the yoke on. I forgot to put that back on before I started my takeoff roll. Sorry. Right, so the autopilot's taken over in navigation and our altitude. I want to fly up to about 3,000 feet. Right, so cruise pitch is set, that's handled by the autopilot. Trim is set, that's fine. Mixture we will adjust when we get onto the flattened level. Oh, we should also have the transponder on altitude. Notice it trying to do people, but there's like one problem, the stuff does less damage. Okay. That might be a mod thing, it might be a server configuration thing. I'm just using the same mod pack that they use, that's all. Alright, we might have to ease off on our vertical speed here. Bring that down to 500 feet per minute. And let's take a look at the map. Yeah, the autopilot's just bringing us up to Bravo Papa Kilo. There's some quite nice scenery around here. I mentioned it in my last video over on YouTube, but it's not London. This isn't. There should be giant buildings everywhere. This really isn't anything. I mean, that London City approach should be like massively dangerous. Yeah, huge buildings everywhere. Okay, how are we doing? We are approaching 3,000 feet. Let's decrease my vertical speed. Just the last little bit. We are pretty much back on course with our navigation. As soon as we get to 3,000, I'll back off on the mixture and the throttle. There we go, let's go to vertical speed 0 so that it holds it there. And then we'll back off on the throttle. And we'll bring the mixture down a little bit. Okay, to about there I think. That should do fine. Fuel flow is nice and low, we've still got really good fuel quantity. And we're coming back to the correct heading for the Bravo Papa Kilo VOR. Right, let's have a look round at some scenery while we're up here, seeing as there's nothing really else to do. as the autopilot takes control of everything. Whereabouts are we in the world? I'm going to guess, yeah, so just north of London. We're probably getting about where the M25 runs, roughly by this point. How high are you? You are 6'8", descending. Can we see that aircraft? We can, there he is. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see him. But yeah, I can just see that aircraft behind me, and he's just gone out of render distance now. Right, let's check our controls. Speed is fine. RPM could do with coming up a little bit, I guess. I don't want this flight to take like 3 hours. There we go, that'll do. And we just wait for our airspeed to respond. Everything else is looking good, all in the green. The plane textures on this game do look fantastic. They are so well done. Love them. So, we want to go through our checklist and just make sure that we're ready for anything if it does happen. So we're cruising, our cruising's done. Pre-landing, we don't need to think about that yet, we've got quite a way to go. Just get everything on my emergency checklists ready. I don't think anything should happen. I'm pretty sure the game isn't coded to have random events. I might be able to turn that on, I don't know. Right, what have we got? Oh, I think we're good. Okay. So basically this is what I'm looking at. This is my checklist. I know you guys won't be able to see that. But yeah. Over on YouTube I will drop a link to this checklist that I've got down in the video description. If you guys on Twitch want to look at it, let me know and I'll paste the link. I'll have to find it first though. But yeah, let's have a look, check the map. We are currently 3.5 nautical miles from Bravo Papa Kilo. Looking pretty good. The autopilot should make its own turn, but I'm actually going to disable the autopilot from nav, and I'm going to fly it manually. Let's just check that 737. He is at 35,000 feet, so I'm not even going to see him at all. So I'm going to disconnect the nav at this point. I'm going to fly manually. I'll just completely disconnect the autopilot altogether. So yeah, about 2.3 miles. I'm looking over here at this number to check our distance from it. And I believe down here it will tell me to turn very shortly. Ooh! And I need to get my frequency set for the next one. What frequency are you? 11625. One 625 is set. Okie dokie. I've drifted way off course while I was doing that because I wasn't paying attention. But it's nothing we can't fix. Yeah, so right turn to 023 in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, now. So we need to turn right until our heading is 023. So I'm looking down here at our heading. There's 01. There's 02. And that's approximately 023. We get the heading all around, and we're going to set the autopilot to there. That'll do it. Let's change our VLOC. And let's activate the next leg of the flight plan. I'm going to put it on heading hold and engage the autopilot now. Who's getting DDoSed? I don't think I'm getting DDoSed. Why can I not activate this leg? Oh yeah, menu, that's why. Menu, activate leg, enter. Steam. Oh, okay. That was working fine for me earlier. Oh, okay, no, you're correct. Yep, Steam appears to be down. It might not be DDoSed, it's because they've got the big sale going on, haven't they? Unless, obviously, one of the hacking bodies has come out and said that they are attacking it. Right, I appear to be way off the mark with my heading. Oh no. No, I am looking fine. Yeah, Steam is down. Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on here. Ah, there we go. It needed to hit the OBS button. Yeah, you won't be able to post links. And, geez, how many links did you try posting? Yeah, no, you can't post links. Turn right very slightly so that we can bring our CDI back to center. Looking pretty good. Oh, okay, so for some reason, like, it spammed the chat with message deleted, like, loads of times. Bit weird. Alright, so we've got 10 miles to go on this, and then it's a 60-mile leg direct over to the ILS for Norwich International Airport. I'm not sure. Is Norwich an international airport? Or is it a city airport? Ah, right, okay. That makes sense that it deletes every single message. That's 02123. I was a bit late on the heading correction, but that's fine. Right, we're looking good. Yeah, I don't know if Norwich is an international. I think it is. I think it's Norwich International. It might be just a local airport. Let's have a quick look around at the scenery while we're here. Let's actually have a look on the map and find out where we are. So we're probably... Well, we're North London, so this is around Stansted. This is going to be Stansted Airport? Yeah. We should see... over the right-hand side somewhere. It might be too far away from us. But Stansted is over... off to the west, or sorry, off to the east there a little bit. Norway, no, Norwich. Norwich. Yeah, so we should be coming over Cambridge shortly, hopefully. I don't know if they've modelled it. Actually, that might be over there. Over in the distance. Just right at the top of the screen there, there's a big city or town. Can we see Stansted? That might be it there. Yeah, that is. That's Stansted Airport just in the distance. It's international. Okay, cool. Yeah, so just over the line of the wings you can see Stansted Airport. Check everything inside. Speed is good, RPM is good, maybe a little high, but that's alright. And we've got 4.6 miles to go until our next VOR. So we've got a little bit of time. I think they've used the OpenStreetMaps to model this. So some of it looks pretty good. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Yeah, some of it looks alright, but it's... I don't know, when you get into the towns, you get a lot of roads that just really do nothing and don't look great. So I feel like once once this is finally released and a few modders get a hold of the mapping tools, it should be amazing. I'd love to see that. Really would. Right, let's check everything in the cockpit. Yeah, it's about 2.5 miles left. I'm actually going to flick over to nav and just let the aircraft take over on this one. Let's get our next frequency programmed in. So it's going to be the ILS for Echo Golf Sierra Hotel, which is 11090. 11090. There we go. That's programmed in and ready. Got 1.5 miles to go. Now the autopilot should just keep us on the same heading. It shouldn't dive off until I tell it to move. In theory, fingers crossed. Okay, so it's asking us to turn to 046. But obviously it's on nav, so it's going to do it itself, in theory. Now, okay, we're going to activate the next leg. No, I didn't want to do that. Menu, activate leg, enter. I then want to go OBS. Right, and now the plane is going to fly us direct over to Norwich International Airport. Going to wait for the ILS to line up. Well, it's not necessarily the ILS just yet. We're using that frequency. Awesome. So yeah, we're going to fly a direct track straight over this way. We should pass directly over the top of RAF Honington as well, so that might produce some good scenery. Now this flight's actually going a bit quicker than I thought, so I might pay a visit across the pond over to the US after we've landed this one. I want to have a quick fly around California and see what the terrain is like around there. Plane's making a nice correctional turn. We're mainly just out in the middle of nowhere in countryside at the moment. There's not too much to look at. They do have some pretty good like patches of modelled trees and stuff that look pretty good. He is at 3,000 feet. Can we see an aircraft? Should be slightly below us. Directly off our left wing. I can't see it. It might be out of render distance. Have a look. How far away are you? Yeah, I think it's just too far out of my render distance. I can't see him. Yeah, there really isn't any great scenery. There's a little town over there with a few buildings scattered around. And actually, oh, now that I remember, can I pause it? There we go. Now that we are out of London, I can turn all this back up to maximum. Right, here's to hoping the game doesn't crash. Just turning the quality settings up. If the game crashes now, I'm going to be very upset. And if it does crash, then I'll just head over to the US and we'll have a bit of a fly around there. Oh, there we go, perfect. Right, so this is the game at its maximum quality settings. And I'm not sure if these towns were here before. Can't quite remember. There's an airport right down there. Have we moved? No, I just haven't been paying attention. Okay, well, we got an airport right down there. Seems fairly small, although there are some quite large jets down there, potentially private jets. Can we go for a free camera? Let's have a look. Free cam. Biplane! Have fun! Have a quick look around. Got some Cessnas down there. That's what we're flying. C-90. They really have modelled this well. Like the airports and the areas around the airports look great. It's just the towns that still gripe me. The towns and cities. They really don't look right. And they've got containers and barrels sat at the end of the runway, which at a small airport like this is feasible. They've got a Texaco lorry, obviously a fuel truck. They must have licensed the name to use. I mean, they've even gone down as far as having the street signs, which is quite cool. And what jets have we got? We got some Delta MD-88s, they look like, and a Scandinavian Airlines MD-88, and then a small little C-72, maybe? That plane there? I don't know. We should probably check on our aircraft. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, he's doing fine. 51 miles to go. Everything looks good. Fuel level is fine. Yeah, we got just over 5 gallons in both tanks. Should be more than enough to get us to Norwich. We should have an airport off to our left if we can see it. Is that you down there? It is. What airport is that? That is Cambridge. Okay, so when I said we were down Cambridge, it was a long way off. Let's go free cam. Now, I don't actually know how to move the free cam, which is a bit annoying. It's not the arrow keys, it's not WASD. That's up and down, that's left and right. Ah, okay, right, I found forwards, but it is extremely slow. We've got a United 747 sat over there. So yeah, this is Cambridge Airport. Very nicely modelled tower. And then some Alitalia MD-88s. Again, they look like, or MD-80s maybe. With a few really nice terminal buildings, actually. Ooh, that's cool. That's one of the turboprops that are reversed, so the propellers are on the back of the engine. Nice little motorway bridge over there as well. That looks pretty cool. Aircraft, how you doing? You're fine as per usual. We are creeping up in our vertical speed, in our altitude a little bit. So let's decrease that slightly. Oh, whoops. I was distracted by Twitch. Fizzies, thank you for hosting me. And I don't know if you guys heard that Windows alert. That was my reminder at work to turn our big monitors off. But luckily, we're on a half day today, so we finished nice and early. Right, 46 miles out. Nothing really to do. How are our lights? All fine. We're bumping around a little bit. I haven't set it to have any turbulence, but... And positive rate. Thank you for following, my friend. Welcome. It might have just been the autopilot nav that bumped us around. Oh! What the hell? Okay. We have an engine failure. Autopilot off. Can we make it to an airfield? Echo Golf Sierra Whiskey. That is a tiny little strip, but it should be fine. Where is it? What the fuck? I didn't know. Is that because I left the throttle high for too long or something? Let's go full rich. God. Maps. Right, we can make it to Cambridge. We are smoking like a bitch. Okay, let's bring it around. Right, let's get my landing lights on now, I don't care. Want nav. It's lit, fam. Yeah. We are smoking real bad. Right, where's the airport? I need to see the airport. Okay, there it is. Oh god. Right, we need to reduce our altitude. Do they have an ILS? Yes, 11130. I'm just going to tune it like that. Right, 11130 is in. I need to clear my flight plan. Right, where's the airport? Oh god. We're still smoking. I mean, protocol in this point would probably be to, cut the engine. I'm not going to cut the engine. It still seems to be sort of running. Although the RPM is decreasing. God. Right, where's the airfield? On my left wing. Right, I need to decrease my altitude. I'm way too high on the ILS. An engine failure isn't that bad. It is. There's the airport. Okay. I mean, this isn't a complete failure. The engine is still running. But I didn't think the X-Plane modelled it. Modelled engine failures and stuff. I've obviously done something wrong during the long flight. But this is very interesting. Okay, I need to make my turn into the field. How bad are we? Yeah, we are still smoking like a bitch. Oh god. Okay, I don't know if I've got the ILS set up correctly. If not, I'll do a visual approach. Okay, no, it does look like the ILS is set up correctly. Okay, let's get myself turned on. Right, we're established on the ILS. Get some flaps. Oh god. Way too high. How's my oil pressure? I'm going to guess through the floor. No, oil pressure is fine. I'm going to guess it's because I was running the engine too lean, maybe? I might have pulled back the mixture too far. I can't remember the squawk code for an emergency landing, but we're just going to come in. Right, we're looking good on the ILS. I think I overheated the engine. Oh, pay attention, James, come on. Well, I was planning to do an ILS landing, but not at Cambridge, at Norwich. Okay, visual contact made. We're still established on the ILS. 7700, thank you. A little bit off to the left. Okay, we're looking good. Try and make this nice and smooth. I'm gonna engine shut down on the runway as soon as I land. I'm just going to go visual from here. I should have used more flaps. I only had 10 degrees of flaps. Stop my descent. That was a rough landing. Brakes. Fuel cut off. Mixture none. Fuel cut off. Engines off. Get the magnetos off. Okay, well, that was interesting. We had a complete, well, not a complete engine failure. But yeah, we managed to put it down with what engine power we had left available to us. 20th subscriber, thank you. But yeah, that was slightly interesting. That's going to be the end of the YouTube video. The stream's going to keep going, so guys on Twitch, I'm actually going to jump over to California now and hopefully not blow up another engine. But yeah, for the guys on YouTube, thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you next time.